If you're tired of, well, feeling tired, you are in exactly the right place. Okay, so let's dive right into this. Just be honest with yourself for a second. How often do you actually wake up feeling energized? And I mean, truly, completely ready to take on the day without dragging yourself out of bed or leaning super heavily on caffeine just to force your eyes open. For most of us, honestly, the answer is rarely. To figure out why that happens, we're exploring the energy thief diagnosis framework today. We'll be covering the morning exhaustion problem, the snooze button trap, finding your sleep rhythm, morning hydration and movement, the blue light problem, and finally, how to wake up energized tomorrow. First up, Section 1, the morning exhaustion problem. Why are we so tired? You know, there is absolutely nothing more frustrating than doing what you think is the right thing, getting into bed nice and early, only to wake up feeling like you barely slept at all. It turns out going to bed early doesn't always prevent waking up exhausted. Why? Because you likely have hidden habits that are actively robbing your energy. It's not just about the hours you spend horizontal. It's about what you're doing right before, during, and immediately after that rest that dictates how you feel. Moving to Section 2, the snooze button trap. Why 5 more minutes ruins your morning. Now, to understand this, we need to look at one really interesting number, 90. See, human sleep isn't just one long, uniform block of unconsciousness. Our sleep actually consists of 90-minute cycles. We cycle through light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep in these 90-minute waves all night long. And this brilliantly illustrates the real danger of everyone's favorite morning button. What we think snoozing does is get us a little bit more rest, right? We think it'll make us feel better about getting up, but what snoozing actually does is practically the exact opposite. When you hit snooze and fall back asleep, your brain immediately starts a brand new 90-minute sleep cycle. Then, just 10 minutes later, that alarm goes off again, violently yanking you awake right in the middle of your sleep phase. This completely guarantees you will wake up feeling way more tired and sluggish than if you had just gotten up the first time. So what's the actual fix here? Well, the source material provides a really fantastic, actionable solution. It recommends using an app called Sleep Cycle. This app is super clever. It tracks your movements in bed during the night. So instead of an alarm blaring at a totally arbitrary minute, it waits until it detects you are naturally at the end of a 90-minute cycle to wake you up. Waking up this way leaves you vastly more energetic because, hey, you're actually working with your biology, not against it. Let's hit Section 3, finding your sleep rhythm. Consistency over everything. Think about it. If you're going to bed at 10 p.m. one night and, say, 3 a.m. the next, you're creating massive biological confusion. Our source is blunt but absolutely essential here. And I quote, "Go to sleep and wake up at the same time 7 days per week. Yes, even on the weekends." I know. But by doing this, you are effectively training your internal clock. When your body gets into a predictable rhythm, it learns exactly when to start winding down and, wonderfully, allows you to wake up completely naturally at the end of a cycle. But how much sleep do you actually need? Because everybody's different, right? Well, the explainer outlines a great one-week experiment to find out exactly how many hours your unique body requires. Here are the steps. Step 1, go to bed at the exact same time every single night. Step 2, wake up without an alarm. Just let your body wake up whenever it's ready. Step 3, record the total hours you slept each night for a full week. By the end of this little experiment, you're going to have personalized scientific data showing exactly how many hours of sleep your body demands to function at its absolute peak. All right, Section 4, morning hydration and movement. Time to rehydrate and get the blood flowing. So think about this. You've just gone 6 to 8 hours without a single drop of liquid. You are naturally dehydrated. And a primary symptom of dehydration is profound fatigue. So when we feel groggy, what we think we need is a massive cup of coffee. But what we actually need is water. And no, the water used to brew your coffee totally doesn't count. A fantastic habit suggested by the source is to just leave a glass of water on your nightstand every single night. That way, the moment you open your eyes, the water is already waiting for you, allowing you to rehydrate your body and brain instantly. Now, here is the crucial, somewhat counterintuitive point. Expending energy through light exercise actually creates energy in your body. I know, if you're exhausted, why on earth would you try to burn more energy? But researchers confirmed that doing some light stretching, jumping jacks, or maybe a few burpees gets the heart rate up and the blood flowing. This physical activity literally generates energy. You definitely don't need to run a marathon before breakfast. Just get out of bed, walk around the room, do a few light stretches, and you'll feel a surge of energy that simply wasn't there 2 minutes ago. That brings us to Section 5, the blue light problem. Avoid screens before bed. Look, we're all guilty of taking our TVs, smartphones, and laptops to bed with us. But let's talk about melatonin. It's a naturally produced sleep hormone that signals to your cells that it's nighttime and time to rest. The big problem here, the artificial blue light emitting from your screens actively blocks your brain from producing melatonin. You are quite literally tricking your biological systems into thinking it's still daytime. You're physically preventing your brain from preparing for deep sleep. Which brings us to this very important number 2. The hard rule, directly derived from our source material, is that you should not be looking at any screens for at least 2 hours before bed. 2 whole hours. If you want to stop waking up tired, you absolutely must give your brain that crucial window to produce melatonin. Try replacing that endless smartphone scroll with a good old-fashioned paperback book instead. Now, if you absolutely cannot avoid your devices before bed, maybe you have to work late or something, the source does offer some digital workarounds to help improve your sleep. We already discussed Sleep Cycle for smarter waking, but to fight blue light, you can use Twilight, which is a free app that turns your phone screen a warmer orange hue, or F-Lux, which does the exact same thing for your computer monitor. But let's be totally clear here, while these apps are helpful band-aids, the ultimate goal for truly fixing your exhaustion problem is 0 screens before bed. Finally, Section 6, wake up energized tomorrow, putting it all together. Applying these 4 tested solutions, ditching the snooze button, setting a highly consistent sleep schedule, hydrating and moving immediately upon waking, and banishing artificial blue light will fundamentally change your mornings. It's a real game changer. So I want to leave you with this provocative question. Which of these 4 habits will you change tonight to be better yesterday? Knowledge is only power if you act on it, right? Pick just one of these energy thieves to eliminate from your routine tonight and empower yourself to wake up truly energized tomorrow. Thank you so much for learning with us, and we'll see you on the next explainer.